Well, I'm not going to allow this to affect me in any way whatsoever. I'm going to carry on doing the job I'm paid to do by you and by every other taxpayer in Gibraltar, administering the affairs of our nation to the best of my ability.
Is there any truth to these allegations?
There's absolutely no truth whatsoever to the allegations. I mean, the very thought that I could pick up the phone and ask the police to do anything, let alone torture someone, is an absolute and utter nonsense. Look, let's be very clear. The constitutional status of Gibraltar does not give the elected Chief Minister of Gibraltar control of the police. But let's look at what this person himself has said. In the Gibraltar Chronicle, you can read a report of what happened in court that day. In court the day this gentleman was in Gibraltar, he said he'd been very well treated by the police. If you think that that's something that might have been procured by pressure in Gibraltar, he crossed the frontier and told ABC, a newspaper that doesn't often say things which are positive about Gibraltar and where I don't believe much of what I read, exactly the same thing, that he'd been treated very well in Gibraltar, in particular by the Royal Gibraltar Police. This case is absolute and utter nonsense.
Will you be going to Spain to answer to these allegations?
Look, I've appointed lawyers. They'll be the ones who'll be dealing with the court. I'll be taking the advice they give me as to how best to ensure that Gibraltar's case, this is not about Fabian Picardo, this is about Gibraltar's case, about the reputation of the Royal Gibraltar Police, the reputation of Her Majesty's Prison Service for Gibraltar, the reputation of our Magistrates' Court and our legal system is entirely preserved, as it must be, to the very high and excellent standard that we have aspired to and achieved, and the reputation that we have around the world.
As has been inquired by the Spanish courts, do you have diplomatic immunity?
No, the Chief Minister of Gibraltar has never had diplomatic immunity. In fact, politicians don't often have diplomatic immunity unless they need it for a purpose. The Vienna Convention does not extend to the leaders of overseas territories or to many politicians. I'm not a diplomat, and therefore I don't have diplomatic immunity. Neither do I think I need it at all.
This has been widely reported in the international media. Will you be contesting this with a defamation claim of your own?
I don't think it's possible to commence defamation proceedings where there is an accurate report of court proceedings from my own understanding of defamation law when I was in practice. So what I intend to do is to go to the root cause of what has been said through the legal system in which it has been said, to ensure that the reputation of Gibraltar's police, Gibraltar's prison service and Gibraltar's legal system is preserved, and that we demonstrate that we do not suffer fools lightly in Gibraltar, and that this sort of slur on our reputation is not going to be tolerated.